Welcome to Great Greys, your one-stop shop to finding winners across Australia from the world of greyhound racing. Host David Shortte is joined by Hall of Famer Neil Brown, Jason Campbell to look at Queensland and Tasmanian chasing, Sean Matheson looking at South Australian chasing, New South Wales expert Simon Orchard, and the Shane Train Williams rounds it out with his key plays and kennel mail in WA. Now, over to the team for this week's edition of Great Greys.
Good morning and welcome along to Great Greys on this Thursday, the 25th of September 2025. Lovely to have your company. We've got lots of great chasing to look forward to around this great nation. Over the next few days, we'll be catching up with all of our regulars on the show today, the Shane Train Williams, Jace Campbell. We'll be getting across to our Hall of Famer Neil Brown with the latest at Sandown tonight. Sean Matheson, things are really heating up over there in South Australia with their carnival just around the corner. And of course, the $1 Million Chase continues on over there in New South Wales. Simon Orchard will join us to round out the program, having a look at all of the action there. Speaking of New South Wales, man that's across there, and he's got his Sprint Star iconic jet going around tonight there at Wentworth Park. The Shane Train Williams now joins us on the program. G'day, Shane-o.
Yeah, good morning, Shorty. Good morning, listeners. How do we find you today, Shorty?
I'm in really good Federal Train. It's a wonderful time of year. It's beautiful here in Perth. The sun is shining. We've got the AFL Grand Final this weekend, NRL prelims. There's lots of outstanding racing to look forward to. It's a great time of the year. Yeah,
it really is, Shorty. It's beautiful conditions over here today, 24 degrees, sun's out, not much breeze, so I think the track should be in tip-top shape at Wentworth Park tonight.
And importantly, Iconic Jet's come up with his favourite draw tonight, the Cherry, where he's undefeated to this point of his career. Runs into a nice lineup, but you'd think from the inside draw he gets a really good look tonight there in race number 8 on the program at Wentworth Park.
Yeah, certainly looks like that way, Shorty. Had a little bit of form done overnight, and looks like he can get a nice run. The two won't sort of crash the defence, so he should be able to, if he jumps well, muster up and sort of hold the lead, and then it's just a matter of where the good dog in 5 gets to. Power and Glory sort of on his way back from a bit of an injury-enforced layoff, but was a good runner-up in the $1 Million Chase qualifier at Bulleye. So, so really looking forward to seeing what he can do. He come through the run at the Gardens extremely well. He's just jumping out of his skin, the dog, and really ready to rumble tonight. So, hopefully... I'm not sure if we got the one box a bit early. We probably need it next week. But anyway, hopefully he runs well tonight and, can show a few people on this side of the country, that he's not just a home track bully, Shorty.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and, it could be the start of a trend. You might be on the start of a bit of a box one run. Hopefully that's the case for Iconic Jet. He certainly loves it down there on the inside. And by all reports, as you've touched on there, he's going really nicely. So can't wait for him to go around tonight. 7:25 WA time. Make sure you tune in there to Wentworth Park, and we'll be cheering hard for Iconic Jet. The kennel's in a bit of form as well. Gee whiz, I was absolutely blown away by the performance from Red Hot Bernie last night. He's only a lightly raced greyhound, Bernie, having just his 13th start there last night, but the early splits were spectacular and the overall time was very good. He shapes up as being a really nice short course performer for your kennel over the next 12 to 18 months.
Yeah, he really does. I've got to give my hats off to the team at home that are doing a great job while I'm away, Shorty. As you know, when I go away, they normally fire up the team at home, so nothing's changed there. But, yeah, they've done an outstanding job. 7 dogs to the track last night, and, Red Hot, I was just about to say weekend at Bernie's, but Red Hot Bernie, look, he shocked me a little bit, to be honest, last night, Shorty, because he basically had 4 weeks off and just 2 or 3 gallops at home in the runs, and we're going to trial him, and I thought, instead of trial him, we'll just put him in a race and see how he goes over the shorts. And, to run a time like that, with not a lot of fitness under his belt, has just, blown me away. So I spoke to Ben Damon, the owner, this morning. He's wrapped, and, we're just sort of keeping to the shorts for now and then just see how he goes. So, but, and little Pam Keeping's done a good job as well last night, winning off the 8. So, team's in good form at home, that's for sure.
Big time, yeah. She's got good early pace, Pam Keeping, makes her own luck up on top of the speed, just kept on trucking there last night, got up at a nice price. So it was a good night for the kennel there. Hopefully that can continue on tonight there at Wentworth Park. It's exciting. You've got a rejuvenated kennel with some youngsters coming through. It's an exciting time to have that next generation coming through for your kennel.
Yeah, it certainly has, Shorty, because when you get young dogs, you can go through the grades, they can win their races, and some older dogs that sort of hit their mark, they sort of get stuck there and sort of got to wait for the downgrade for them to win. So, yeah, they have a heap of young ones come through all at once. You're exactly right. It's rejuvenated the kennel, and, we're hopefully going to hit the back end of the year with a lot of wins. It's been a slow year for us, to be honest. We're normally up around the 100 winners. We're not going to get that this year, so it's just ticked over the 50 mark. But hopefully we can finish with a bang short and get 70 or 80 for the year. But also we haven't raced as many dogs as well. We're down on our starts for the year. So, but all in all, the kennel's going well, and like I said, the team at home do a fantastic job.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime I see Jay boxing the dogs, I know we're in with pretty good claims trained, that's for sure. She has a happy knack of having the dogs happy when they go into the lids and get them firing. So the backwards cap was on show for all to see again there last night. It's always a good sign when you see that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Gets a lot of commentary Australia-wide, the hat backwards, but it means she means business when it's on backwards. So, she's a star at what she does, and got to also thank a young Irish star that's come and helped us out while I'm away, and he boxed his first dog on Saturday night to win Miss Tennessee. So I was really happy for him, and yeah, he's got his phone blew up back at home in Ireland because one of our mates had sent the video around. So and Pete gave him a bit of a rap. So yeah, he's very happy, and I'm very happy to have him as part of the team as well.
What's his name? Give him a shout out here.
Yeah, Sean Collins is his name. His family's very well known in Ireland. Actually bred the Irish Oaks winner last year in the coursing, so they've been in the sport a long time, and he's out here working FIFO, so he's just given us a hand when he can, and it's been very, very, very helpful while I've been away, Shorty.
Excellent, channeling his inner Oisin Murphy, just booting home winners for fun. So well done to Sean, and we wish him all the very best with his time here in WA. We've got an interesting program to look forward to tonight down there at Mandurah Train. It should be a good card. Take us through your plays tonight there at Mandurah.
Yeah, well, we've got the DAS final tonight, Shorty, so one of our tips will come up in that race, but I just thought the first one will kick it off, race 4, number 1, Dutch Rambo. He's getting on a bit in age, this old veteran, but he hasn't had much luck with the box draws lately. He's been drawn out wide and in the middle, and I thought tonight he gets his chance in box 1. Although he's yet to win off the cherry, he has placed 5 or 6 starts from the red, and he generally shows good early speed, so I thought he could be prominent early doors and hold the lead possibly, and from there I think it'd be hard to beat race 4, number 1.
All right, for race 4, number 1, Dutch Rambo for Stevie Vanderkloos. What about the second of your plays?
Yeah, race 8, number 6, Nightlighter, Shorty. He's a winning machine, as we know, this fellow. He's quite easily, he went the best first section last week in the heats, and as we know, in these 300-metre hit-and-run missions, Shorty, you've got to be out in front, and I just thought off them sections last week, he could possibly find himself in front, and pound for pound, we know he's the best short course sprinter in the state, so he probably deserves to win a feature race like this. And look, there's dangers in 7 and 8, but they're just generally they're not genuine 300-metre dogs. They're just 400-metre dogs. And I just thought this race set up nice for Nightlighter. If he could get the lead, he'd be very hard to beat. 7 and 8, obviously 8's well boxed. I know you like him out in the Fairy Floss, but I just thought if 7 could pinch a margin, he might hold on over the short course and be hard to beat race 8, number 6, Nightlighter.
All right, watch out for the Floss to be charging late over the 300 Sunset Ali. You're right, I love this dog when it draws the pink. And the third of your plays? Yeah,
race 12, number 5 is the best of them, Shorty. You have to wait till last, but she's starting to put together a nice little record here. She's 1 year 2 back in a flying 17.06 and set that victory up with a dazzling first split. So not a great deal of early pace in this race, and I think I should fire straight to the front and prove almighty hard to run down race 12, number 5, Miss Money for Tony Scott.
I like it. Race 12, the 5 Rug Miss Money. That race before's a good race too. Big girl Kiki's right down in grade now, and Jessie Erenshaw's got Barham going really well. Glasgow Boys back in the winners list for Gary Nelson. It's a really nice race for the 300-metre operators at grade 5, race 11 as well. It's a good card this tonight. If you enjoy your short course operators, there are plenty of them there tonight. I note that Raven Classified's drawn wide at a big price there in race number 10. It's another dog I'm not ruling out. It can handle wide draws. Certainly in grade 4 company. Wouldn't be at all surprised to see it show up at a price. There's a few I don't mind at odds tonight there at Mandurah, so looks to be a very good card. But the train, he's teaming up with 4-1 Dutch Rambo, race 8, number 6 Night Lighter, and race 12, number 5 Miss Money. Hopefully we've got plenty of that by the end of the night. Of the remainder of the weekend from the kennel, anything for the punters to watch out for?
Yeah, I think Saturday night we've got a team of 5 going through the races. Probably don't mind their chances of Hong Kong Fooey later on. She's in a Friday meet a novice. She's got a lot of ability. She's the next letter to Curious Georgia. She'll be nice and fresh for this. She was a reserve last night, so tricky when you're a reserve. You don't really know whether to run them at home or let them go in case they get a run. So she's been sort of kept fresh for this. So she'll have a little go up today and then go into that race nice and fresh on Saturday night. And the kennel mate be hard to beat. He's backing up from last night with Pedro. But I thought Hong Kong Foo was probably the best of our chances over the weekend, Shortte.
I like it. All right, race 11, number 2 there, Saturday night punters. Hong Kong Fooey, the little cartoon character to arrive for the punters there Saturday night at Cannington. Beautifully done, Train. Appreciate your time. As I've touched on, we wish you all the very best tonight there with Iconic Jet. Can't wait to see your sprint star getting around there off box number 1 this evening. It'll be a real highlight of the Thursday night chasing around this nation. We really appreciate your time and hoping for continued success. Just quickly, after tonight, Iconic Jet, was it next Saturday night, those $1 Million Chase qualifiers? Is that right?
Yeah, so 9 days into the $1 Million Chase qualifiers at Wentworth Park Saturday week. Yep, that's the plan. And then, we'll find out where we're at after that, whether we're coming home or we're going around in a semi-final. So hopefully, touch wood, we can be here a little bit longer, Shorty.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's hope that it does go to plan tonight. Confidence right up for the Jet. Draw a nice box for the week later, then into the semis, chasing that $1 million check. Wouldn't that be something?
You might not see me for a couple of weeks, I'd say.
Buys a few white cans, Train.
Plenty. And also, good luck to the Cats over the weekend, Shorty. I know you've tipped me into Patrick Dangerfield as the MVP, so we'll have to have something on that.
Yeah, make sure you step into that $8.50. Looks very enticing indeed off his 31 disposals and 3 goals there last week. Good on you, Train. Great catching up with you. We'll all be ripping right into them tonight there and cheering hard for Iconic Jet. We'll catch up again. I'm away next week, so it'll be the week later. But until then, many winners.
All the best, mate. Thank you.
There we have it. The Shane Train Williams here on Great Greys, where it's now 17 minutes after 10. We'll throw back to Maddie. Pretty strong chance that we'll have the divvies through for race number 1 there at Gatton. And the winner of this race, Captain Insano, there was a chaser by the same name going back a couple of decades ago there. And I remember a very famous call from Richie Bell. I'm pretty sure it won a feature short course race there at Burwood Park many years ago. And Matty, Richie's call was something along the lines of, here comes the crazy one, Captain Insano, who went on for a big win in that particular final. From memory, it might have been the Heppels that trained Captain Insano, but interesting name for a horse, and it was an interesting name for a dog going back a couple of decades ago.
Listening to Great Greys on Tab Radio.
Well, it's time to catch up with the Hall of Famer Neil Brown and have a look at this program tonight at Sandown. G'day, Neil. Hello, Neil.
David.
Yes, how do you do?
Good morning, mate. Good to talk to you. Looking forward to greyhound racing tonight at Sandown Park. It's our big grand final, pre-grand final night tonight, David, with a public holiday here in Melbourne tomorrow. And we've got plenty on. $2,000 in the handball competition to be won, David, and best dress for $500. So worth turning up tonight. Daniel Harford, our host, and so we've got a big group in. We have a big night for Rotary tonight, big fundraising night for them as part of the evening. So looking forward to being at Sandown tonight, David.
Well, Brown, if I'd have known earlier, I could have got my best fancy dress costume and shown off my handball skills and could have paid for the trip. That sounds like a hell of an evening.
Oh, absolutely, David. I'm sure you were very skilled at the caper.
There's a strong chance that I would have been towards the tail of the field, Brownie. I jest only. But let's have a look and see if we can't find a few winners. That's something we can do pretty well on this program. We've got the early quad getting underway. Race 1 at 4:53 this evening there at Sandown. Take us through your thoughts for the early quaddie and the main quaddie tonight.
Yeah, grade 5, a mixed 6th and 7th over the 5:15, race number 1 tonight, first leg of the early quad. I made it 5, 2 and 1. Got the 5 on top, Ian Albert. Not a lot of experience amongst these runners. He's won here in 29.76. Excuse me, Dave. It's quite a wide open race. See if we can find it in those three. Got the 5 on top. Race number 2, grade 5 here, 5:15 metre. I'm going for the 5 again. Galento, I think it's a greyhound to beat, going to take 8 and 4 as well in the quaddie. Solid winning time here, 29.55, 2 and 2 from 7. I think he might be the one to beat, number 5, Galento. Race number 3, 5:15 metre, grade 5 here, 6, 7 and 8. I like the 6, Kenya Mayhem, coming off a Group 3 second at Angle Park. Can come out okay and has one here in 29 and 43. So good chances, I think, to the 7 and 8 as well if they have a bit of luck coming out. And in race number 4 to round off the early quad, small field here over the distance of 7:15, special event. I'm only going to take 2 and 4. Ethanol Water, she's a star coming off a National Distance Championship win, has one here in 41.65. Definitely the greyhound to beat in the field of 5, and we'll take the 4 pass mark for a bit of insurance. Moving on to the main quad, David, race number 5 tonight over the 7:15 metres, mixed 4th and 5th grade. I've gone for 3 in each of the legs of the quaddie, see if we can confine it to only taking 3 runners. 6, 7, 2 for me in the first leg here. Whereas Bale, I thought he went quite well last week, found the front and led all the way, held them off. He's an all-distance performer, very honest greyhound. The 7, Intrepid Bale, first up over the distance tonight. It should run okay. Has a pretty good chance and maybe could find the lead as well. And the 2, I think, pretty consistent, Leif Fionola in this class, and she's never far away and will be handy, I think, 6, 7, 2. Race number 6, 7, 8 and 2 I'm taking here. I've got the 7 on top, Furious Whisper. These greyhounds over the 5.95 don't normally go for the greyhounds drawn wide, but I've got 7 and 8 tonight. In great form, 1, 3 on the trot. 2 of them here at Sandown. It's got some early pace. Furious Whisper, I've got it on top to beat. Paul Quimby rarely runs a bad race here, particularly like Sandown Park, 4 and 6 from 15, has one in good time of 34.07 and is thereabouts. It just needs some luck, those 2 greyhounds, 7 and 8 and 2. Venezuela, I think, is well drawn. Solid Meadows win a couple of starts ago. I think it's a chance, 7, 8 and 2. The 7th is a 5th grade final here over the 5:15. These greyhounds qualified a couple of Mondays ago. I'm taking 1, 5 and 8. I've got Prison Break on top just for the draw. Looks hard to beat, very well boxed. Coming out humming from box 1 in the heat, leading all the way in 29.66. The Kilomates of Danger, extradited. It ran very quick. It ran the quickest, 29 and 49 also from box 1, but it's got the 5 tonight. But it's certainly a big chance again. And I think the 8, Poor Whitley, is racing well. Can begin a nice win at the Meadow Saturday night. 2 and 9 from 20 here at the track. So 1, 5 and 8. Rounding off the quaddie with our traditional very high class free for all. And I'm not deserting this week, David, sticking with the mighty little Bagman because he found the red alley again, which is very beneficial to the way he races. Very hard dog, to run down when he gets in front, as we saw last week, held off that star-studded field. And he's just a great little chaser. And he loves here, as we know. He's won 10 races on the track. Can't deny Lakeview Emily. She's an absolute star. 638,000 in prize money. She's won 12 on the track. She chased African Zulu home on Saturday night. She really runs a bad race. And also Vincent Bale, a lot of respect for him. Out in 7, though, those two, 6 and 7, they're going to have to get on to the back of Bagman if he can lead. Really runs a bad race, the old Vincent. He's always in there, and he'll be coming home hard at the end. So 1, 6 and 7 around the quaddie off. Didn't think there was too many standouts, David. My best bet is in race number 9. I like the 4, Stomping. Small field now with a scratching, only 5 runners, and thought it was a pretty handy run last week. I led early and got run down by Intrepid Bale. It's around the 2:30 mark. Got a good record at Sandown, 5 and 4 from 10, and I think it's a good chance of winning tonight. Stomping from box number 4 in race 9, our best. So good luck and good punting, and I might just sneak the St Kilda scarf on to wear and then put it away very quickly, David, when it's dead tonight.
I love it, Brownie. Hey, I'll tell you what, you don't let it get too dusty in the off season, because with some of the work that's going on from a recruiting perspective, things could well and truly be on the up for Saints in 2026.
Let's hope it turns around, David, and yes, prospects look okay at this stage, but it's a long way to go, isn't it, David, coming into a new season? I think the Cats can get up Saturday. You think they might be just a little bit too good, like the way they're playing, Dave?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think their performance there last week in the prelim final was spectacular, and Paddy Dangerfield, my goodness, 35 years of age, Brownie, he's still running around like an 18-year-old.
Superstar, mate. Fantastic.
He's a beauty.
Looking
Good
forward
on
to
you.
the game. I'll talk to you next week, David.
Thank you, Neil. Neil Brown with us here on Great Greys, and that sounds like a magnificent night in store there at Sandown this evening. What about that? 500 for the best dressed and 2,000 up for grabs in the handball competition, Matty.
Yeah, I'm not much into fashion, so give that a miss. Handball I've never tried, so that'd be up in the air.
Well, you know what? If there's 20 Donny Bradmans at the end of it, I reckon you'd just about throw your hat in the ring.
I'd be looking like something from the 1980s with my style.
Right. Well, these days in the AFL, there's many that do say that it's a little bit like the NRL, how quickly they get them off. So you might be able to sneak a couple past the judges there with a flick pass or two.
Let's hope so. Gatton coming up, race number 2. Rockabilly the favourite there at $1.60 on the tote, $3 in from $4.40 in fixed betting at Tab Touch.
This is your home of the Greyhound Good Oil, Great Greys.
And it's time now to catch up with Sean Matheson. The chasing continues across there in South Australia as we aim up towards some wonderful racing there in the next little patch. Hello to you, Sean Matheson. How do we find you today?
Very well, thanks, David. Yeah, great to be on the show again. And, a wonderful night of racing in store for us here in South Australia with our regular match race series conducted at Angle Park tonight, which will be race 3 on the program. And, it seems a lot of dialogue when feature races roll around that it's the best edition that's ever happened this year compared to last year. But I'm not saying tonight's will be the best ever edition, but I think it's the actual most exciting and generating the most amount of interest based around the high quality of interstate dogs, of group performances, but also times these dogs have run. We've got 3 track record holders in the series. But also, South Australia actually has a huge hand in tonight in the match race series with, 3 group performed dogs, Mally Beauty, Dashing Slay and Born Model representing SA really well. And so to me, it's one of the most exciting, may not be the best, but it's creating the most amount of interest, I think.
And Mally Beauty has just been lighting the joint up. You have a look, it's 3 of its last 4 starts, 30.06, 30.05, and then last week, 29 and 86. This dog's getting around with roller skates on.
Oh, she's just flying. It's wonderful to see a South Australian dog like that. I mean, she represented South Australia at the Nationals and she drew box 1 in Queensland. and she didn't disgrace herself. She ran fifth, but she didn't get out as she can. There was a little bit of pressure early. She ended up running fifth. Back to her home track on her home deck, as you say, David, she's just been electric, and she took it to another level. 0.02 outside of Excavation's own track record that he set last year in this series. So it just lines up with high-quality dogs who have run very fast. And ultimately, David, that is what a match race series is all about. And we did change it up a little bit. So we were, rather than having SA versus the All-Stars, and to be fair, some of our SA dogs were matched up against absolute elite Group 1 performers. And so this year we changed it a little bit. So we rated them all 1 to 8, still 4 SA, 4 All-Stars, but 1 to 8. And then it was 1v2, 3v4, 5v6, 7v8. And I think we're heading in the right direction with this. It creates an awful lot of interest. And a Mallee Beauty against Dashing Slay, what a wonderful matchup. And also Excavation against Mapunga Award, 2 dogs at the peak of their powers at group performances. So really exciting, let alone Dalwhinnie track record holder and Barefoot Zulu track record holder.
Amazing. It's going to be spectacular activity tonight there at Angle Park. Can't wait to see it all unfold. Let's take us through your better plays on the program tonight there, Sean.
Well, I would normally tip in the feature race, but it's such a fantastic race 3. I'm going to let that one go. It's one for interest. So I'm going to hopefully find 3 other winners on the card. And I like race 4, number 1, Red Emperor for Nicole Price, around that $4.80 mark. He's had some support initially and was a very good run first up in SA last week from a wide draw. Showed some good speed to get around to second and was far from disgrace behind Gin and Juice, who ran very quick time. Red Emperor's personal time of 38.2 was very good. Drawn the inside, the 2-dog Toroteri likes to get off, so I think Red Emperor will get plenty of room there to move. Should punch up either lead or I think sits on the back of Brother Billow. I think there's enough strength there that he should be able to run past him and get the job done first up.
All righty, race 4, number 1, Red Emperor. Second of your plays?
Second of the plays comes up in race 6, which is our second feature on the night, which is the Diva and Duke final. This is for SA trained dogs who went around in the Oaks and Derby series over the last 2 weeks. So it gives the SA trained greyhounds an opportunity to earn some decent money if they didn't do it in the Oaks or Derby. And I like number 6, Black Noir here, at around $9. It's a really good price for him. He's got some really strong competition here with both Dashing Geordie and Wicket. But I think at the $9, he ran 6th in the Derby final last week, far from disgrace off the inside, not where he wants to be. He wants to be out wider a little bit. He's drawn 6, vacant box on his outside. I think he lands 3rd here, David, early, and he's got good strength. So I'm inclined to look at the $9 for him rather than the other 2 that are a lot tighter in the market.
All right, so value there in race number 6 with Black Noir, and he ran 6 behind the dog you tipped us into last week, Zelda Cavilla. It was very nice odds, so that was a very nice result for your followers there last week. And the third of your plays tonight there at Angle Park, Sean?
The third comes up in the second last race, race 11. I like number 8, Bacardi Girl. She's quoted at $3. She's the sister of both Dashing Slay and Dashing Geordie, so extremely well bred. For Barry Vaughan, has been running in SA and across the border in Victoria, going quite well. Probably box 8 doesn't suit her, but only go back, 4 runs ago, she ran 3rd behind Zebariah. She's ran 3rd behind Dashing Geordie. This is a dropping class for her at grade 6 level, so she wasn't a bad 3rd over the short course, steps up to the 5:30 here. So I think her class against this field should get the job done for us.
Very nice. So we've got race 4, number 1, Red Emperor, race 6, number 6, Black Noir, race 11, number 8, Bacardi Girl as the key plays tonight there at Angle Park. Also got chasing tomorrow at Murray Bridge. We've got the time-graded program at Angle Park on Saturday morning and then Gawler on Sunday afternoon. Anything of note at those 3 venues?
So just one each there, David, and it's all aligned this week as well. They're all going to be box 1s, not surprisingly.
I like it, like it.
Time-graded meeting.
Yes.
I like tomorrow at Murray Bridge, race 7, number 1, Lenny's Honey, off the red. She has been running on the straight track. She steps back to the one turn here over the 395. She's got a lot of speed. She should really lead this field and hang on and get the job done. Angle Park on Saturday morning. I said very even races here, and I mean I could tip you every box one here, and I think you go close to at least running top three. But I like race 10, number 1, Stella Swift for Chris Yench. Sorry. 3 placings from an inside draw again. Very even field here. Should lead this race and should actually get the job done. Wasn't a bad run last start when placed. And then at Gawler on Sunday night, I like race 10, number 1, Cabello Opal. This is a final from heats that were conducted last week. Cabello Opal has a lot of class. It's actually an SA Sprint winner from a few years ago with Kim Johnson off the inside. Should get a beautiful run here. Was a very strong winner coming from back in the pack last start in the heats. So should be a lot closer and I think should be able to win a bit easier.
Magnificent. So 7-1 Friday, Lenny's Honey, Angle Park Saturday, 10-1 Stella Swift, and then Gawler Sunday, race 10, number 1 Cabello Opal. Magnificent, Sean. I'll be glued to the screen tonight there for all the action at Angle Park. It's a tremendous program. I'm away next week, but I'll be back the week after, so I'll chat to you again in a fortnight's time. Until then, many winners.
Terrific, David. Yep, we'll chat then.
Good man. There we have it. Sean Matheson with all things South Australian chasing. We'll throw back to Matty. They're not far away from the second of the day here at Gatton over the 1,400 metres.
Is at 12 minutes after 11.
You are tuned into Shorty and the team on Great GREYS.
Where it's now 19 minutes away from 11 o'clock. Having a bit of trouble getting through to Simon Orchard and also Jace Campbell this morning, unfortunately. So don't know whether or not we'll have the guys with us today. We have got plenty of good chasing to look forward to over the course of the weekend, though. Friday night there, excellent card at Mandurah. And as we touched on briefly with the Shane train a little bit earlier on, great night out there at Cannington on Saturday. That WA Bred Championship final should be a beauty. Was Barra in 1, our Aussie Salute in 2, All About Stone in 3, West on Sydney in 4, Bezecchi 5, Timmy Tesla 6, Linguini Manelli 7, and the reigning WA Grain of the Year, Miss Envy, fresh off a very impressive heat win, is out there in box number 8. So it's likely to be one of the absolute highlights of the weekend. And we were due to catch up with our man Simon. He was crook last week. He might still be struggling with that lurgy. So we'll give him the week off. And likewise with JC. If I do happen to get the tips from those guys, I will pop them up onto the blog section, but for now we'll have the trains along with Neil Browns and also Sean Matheson. With those guys away, I'll get into the form guide there over the next hour or two and come up with a set for tonight there at Mandurah to fatten up our Great GREYS set for this Thursday morning as well. Matty, that looks like hang on, Simon Orchard's just sent through a message and said if you give me a sting now, he might be able to come on. So we might have a late inclusion with Simon. We'll give him a try. And if Matty has a bit of luck, we'll get him on to round out the program there today and have a look at these $1 Million Chase qualifiers around the place. It's all going particularly well around New South Wales at the moment. Of course, Trains touched on the fact that he's over there in New South Wales and he'll be one of the stars of the show tonight there at Wentworth Park. But Simon can fill us in on his thoughts on that race as well as a few of the others. I'll just wait and see once Matty lets me know how we're tracking. Yep, good news. We've got Simon online now to round out the program. Hello to you, Simon. I hope you're feeling a bit better. And we had a chat to the Shane Train Williams earlier on in the program. Didn't have much luck last week in that blacktop heat, but he's a lot happier with box number 1 tonight for his star sprinter, Iconic Jet, who goes around in race 8 this evening there at Wenty Park.
Yeah, g'day, Shorty. G'day to your listeners, mate. Appreciate the kind words. Feeling much better last week. I don't want to go too hard here, but gee, the man flu got hold of me. I was just a shadow of myself, and thankfully I'm back. And yeah, looking forward to tonight. It's some pretty good dogs going around. You mentioned that race 8 on the program. Only the 5 runners with the scratching coming out of the wide draw, but Power and Glory is going to go around from box 5. Summer Quinn, who I've tipped a couple of times through the $1 Million Chase series, and I've got to be honest, she hasn't quite lived up to the expectations that I've had of her, but I know that she's got some serious ability as well, and we'll see what Iconic Jet can do ahead of the city qualifiers next weekend. Last Chance Saloon, I assume the Shane Train has got his eyes on the city qualifiers as well, where I reckon top 2 from each city qualifier, depending on nominations, usually gets their way through. but also, importantly, the reserves for the semi-finals come out of that City qualifier weekend as well. Blue Camaro last year actually missed out on the semis initially and then got a run as a reserve, and we know the rest is history. Went on to win the $1 million race. So plenty of machinations over the next couple of weeks heading towards semi-final night for the MDC, Shorty.
Yeah, can't wait for that, and yet you bang on. So whatever happens tonight, long as the jet gets through the run okay, we'll be buttering up there in 9 days' time at one of those $1 million chase qualifiers. So we'll be cheering hard for the train and iconic jet, not just tonight, but next Saturday night there at Wenny Park. All right, then, Si, we'll handball across to you. Take us through your thoughts in New South Wales chasing over the next 72 hours.
Yeah, a couple you can go for up the straight today if you're listening live. 8-8 up the Richmond Straight, Tarawai Tank, and 10-5 Hear Me Roar. So I think we're up to race 3 in the program. So 8-8 Tarawai Tank, 10-5 Hear Me Roar. Tonight at Nowra, gee, these tick dogs are going really well. Raging Tick and Athlete Tick for Shawnee Evans and Kayla Jane Coleman. Race 6, number 1 at Nowra, Raging Tick, I think can get the job done again. They've just transferred their great form from Dapto across to the Pine Bowl, winning last week. So 6 won the best bet at Nowra. Wenty Park tonight, race 6, number 4, She's That Girl. Another one for the Lagagione kennel, who I reckon is just getting back to her absolute best. She had a couple of months off the scene with an injury, but hopefully she's back tonight. I've tipped Power and Glory, so I've gone directly against the Shane train just because of the small field. I think if there's any dog that's going to appreciate more room to move, then gee whiz, it's going to be Power and Glory. So that's 8-5. And then just quickly, Saturday night, the Blacktop final, gee, it's become really interesting. Sooty Keeping, who went within, I reckon, a length and a half of the track record, is out. In case you missed the news, she's been scratched with a minor injury. They reckon about 3 or 4 weeks off the track, and then she'll be cherry ripe to keep going. But she's out of the Blacktop, and she's out of the $1 million chase. It means Tracker comes into the race, and all of a sudden, tell you what, I'm with the youngster, Ritza Chris, in start number 9 for Trish Shaker. This girl is an absolute speed machine early, Shorty. 4.86 she went last week. She went 5.28 at Dapto the week earlier, and she's clocked 5.38 at Wenty. So, look, I've tipped a couple of smart beginners in features recently, and they've bombed the start completely. But if she gets it right, she's going to lead. There's no pace underneath her. Trio of Clowns wants to go to the right. I just can't see a way in which she doesn't get to the front. And if she does, it's going to take a big effort for a dog to run her down on a track that favours leaders. So Ritza Chris, race 8, number 3, in start number 9 to be a Group 2 winner come Saturday night. So best bet around New South Wales on the night, mate.
Love it. It's $3.10 on the fixed odds, and it's just got the picket fence form in operation there, has Ritza Chris. And yeah, gee, I tell you what, in these big races, there's a nice spot to be, and that's up on the arm. If Ritza Chris can continue to show that early pace, then may well continue there on a Saturday night. That is 7:28 WA time there, the Blacktop final at the Gardens. It should be an absolute beauty. We'll be tuned in, and of course, all of the action on the dogs.com.au. Simon?
We're hoping to have Timmy Newbold, who'll be on track, getting us a couple of interviews. The battler's just working his way back into the sphere of influence here. He called it Dapto beautifully. There was calls of a comeback afterwards, and now hopefully he'll be on track. I'm doing some crosses live through all the MDCs so far, Shorty, over here in New South Wales. So I'll be behind the camera, hoping to pick a winner, but looking forward to hearing what the battler has to say. Not to mention, I forgot to say, Goulburn tomorrow. Make sure you watch Gold Force go around. This bloke could be anything. He's $1.45. Not suggesting you tip him at all, but gee whiz, he's a beast, and I can't wait to see him go. Dalwhinnie's running tonight at Angle Park. So plenty happening and plenty of good New South Wales dogs on offer for the punters, Shorty.
Big time, Simon. And yeah, I've enjoyed your work there. You tipped me into one of the $1 million chase winners off box number 3 last week at some point. I was tuned in, and you gave a nice push for one. It was around the $4 mark. So you're seeing them all right as well. So very nice to see. Appreciate your time as always here on the program, Simon. Thank you for joining us on Great Greys. I'm away next week. I've got a mate's 50th in Bali, so I'll be across there celebrating with him, but I'll be back the week after, and I'm already looking forward to that conversation to continue talking $1 million chase with your good self. Until then, many winners.
Thank you, mate. Go Ritza Chris, go the Broncos, and most importantly, go the Brisbane Lions. Hooroo.
Good man. There we have it. Simon Orchard joining us to round out Great Greys on this Thursday morning, the 25th of September. So if you missed those, Richmond race 8, number 8, race 10, number 5, Nowra race 6, number 1, Wentworth Park tonight, race 6, number 4, race 8, number 5, and then the Gardens on Saturday, race 8, number 3, Aritza Chris. That is us done and dusted. As always, elite work from our man, Matty McDermott at headquarters, helping to put the show together for today. A big thank you to you, Matty. There will be no Great Greys next Thursday, as I just alluded to, away for a very great mate. 50th birthday, and can't wait to celebrate with him. I will be, though, on air tomorrow morning, nice and early from around 6:40 with Digby and Taylor on the Sports Daily. We'll then have Chasing Winners between 9 and 10. And then tomorrow afternoon, I'll be on Friday Drive between 3 and 6 with a few people away helping to fill the void there. Thank you, Matty, as always, for your handy work. Good luck to all of the listeners. Have a wonderful Thursday. And don't forget that AFL Grand Final. We've got an absolute stack of specials and markets for the punters to rip into. Be sure to use those to advantage. Have a wonderful Thursday, Matty.